Hi everybody, welcome back to the Valpo esports stream. We're getting into a bit of character check right now. We're just getting our buttons tested out real quick, but we are currently doing NECC playoffs today, our very first round.
Go! Thanks. Sorry about that. No, I keep forgetting about this.
What is this?
Say something?
Hello?
It's not working. It's only the game. So, our headphones, it's like, I can barely hear him right now, sorry.
It's like, the audio of the game isn't
There it
super
is.
loud.
I
Okay.
can hear him now.
Okay, there we go.
So
So anyway, we see our characters killing themselves. All right. Good job. Valpo on the board. But yeah, no. So
did we even introduce ourselves yet?
no, we didn't. That was an interesting set of circumstances. Anyway, hi, I'm Christian.
I'm Aubrey, also known as AJ. So, we got playoffs today. We're hoping to win so you can keep going in the playoffs. Not sure when our next game will be after this one, though.
Yeah, we're gonna have to schedule that on our own time, so that's gonna be fun. But so yeah, today is our first round opponent, which is Carroll Orange, I believe is their full thing.
Did we play them before?
No, they were actually in the second pool for the North Conference.
So, like, did we... No, it's just, like...
We know nothing about them.
Cool. Oh, this is an interesting fight.
Okay, so for all of you, just so all of you could get some context, right before this, Weston was playing a Pokemon trainer player online. And despite him winning, he was just complaining the whole time about Squirtle because Squirtle is very short. So that's some added context to why this is going to be interesting.
Alright, so we are going down a little bit. Seeing the Ivysaur come on out, probably just to get some heavier damage than Squirtle can do right now.
I have to admit, I'm kind of surprised at the early Ivysaur switch, because the way Pit wins this matchup is if you stay on Ivysaur or Charizard for too long.
Yeah, true.
I really personally think this player should have stayed on Squirtle for a bit more time, but we see him getting a decent little advantage right now, 87 to 55.
Yeah, I feel like, obviously Pit's gonna really want to focus on, like, he might want to try and go for, like, edge guarding, especially on the Ivysaur, as Ivysaur's recovery is not as good.
Yeah, if Ivysaur misses his initial Vinyl Whip, then he's kind of just stuck, and it really is unfortunate. As per usual, I've played Ivysaur for a good amount of time. I've played Pokemon Trainer for a while, so I'm very familiar with the weaknesses of the character.
Yeah, so seeing a Charizard switch, he's going for the kill, trying to just knock him out as soon as possible, as any attack would probably kill, honestly, right now, or be close.
At 98, a lot of things are going to be close. I think the only thing that might fully kill right now is either a Charizard side B, which, dear God, I hope he doesn't throw that out. That would be insane. Or a Charizard back, and we see the Squirtle. Oh!
What?
He got sniped out. He has to, yep. He dead. He's dead. I wonder what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see him get hit, so
It's like, he switched to Squirtle, and then he decided to jump up and side B to the right off stage and switch again.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was trying to throw himself off stage so he couldn't be punished for switching, but he still got punished for switching.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Weston is continuing his combo through the Pokemon switches. Holy! 73 to 143. This is looking very nice right now.
Yeah, very.
He is throwing out oh, he's dead.
Yeah, that's a dead.
Weston was throwing out moves before the other person had even switched Pokemon yet.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
It was. Like, he was obviously, like you said, he kept the combo going through the Pokemon switches, which gives you a phase of invulnerability, and he still kept it going, which is absolute amazing time.
Oh my! I didn't know he could do that! Drag down up air into up smash. Alright, that's a new one. Alright. Oh my god, we just see Weston absolutely manhandling this Pokemon trainer right now. He is not letting him breathe, making the smart decision going to Squirtle, and then he switches right back off.
Yeah. I feel like the Pokemon trainer is definitely under some pressure right now. He probably doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what to do. Definitely could tell that.
Yeah, Weston's just all over him. I can't really blame him for maybe being a bit frazzled right now. Most people don't typically see Pit as well, so.
Yeah. You could tell at the very beginning, Pokemon Trainer was definitely able to get his footing in, and Wes was struggling a bit, but once Weston got into the groove, he still did really well, though, for those past few times. All he needs to do, yep, this is death.
Is he dead? Oh my god. That was the tiniest little arrow, too. Like, that had no charge on it. He just shot it, no hesitation.
Tiny arrow.
All right, well, good win coming out from Weston there.
Close play.
Honestly, like, I know Weston only has one stock left. I feel like it's still safe to say, after the first stock, that was a very dominating performance.
Yes.
It really felt like Weston figured out what to do, and he did not let that person even touch him after.
Yeah, so, what do you think they're going to send in next? Or you got no idea?
If I'm remembering correctly, they have a Pokemon Trainer, a Palutena, a Min-Min, and a Byleth, I believe.
Let me look up at my notes real quick. It says, yeah,
Byleth,
Palu, Min-Min, Ken, and Pokemon Trainer.
No Falcon Trainer. I hate it here.
I mean, this is your fault for choosing Falcon. We could have heard Nest puns. Or
I'm going
wolf
back
puns.
to Wolf. But
Can we get some wolf puns?
Oh no. Anyway, back to the general game plan. I don't really know who they would want to send in against a Pit. It's like, I feel like they might throw out a Min-Min, possibly, just because the very long range can kind of combat Weston.
Yeah, I definitely feel like last time Weston went up against the Min-Min, it wasn't very good for Weston. I think he struggled a little bit more with that matchup. So if they have watched our streams in the past, they might have a little bit of experience.
All right, you know what? That's creative. I'll give you that. That's creative. All right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh my god. To get to your point, yeah, I'm not sure how familiar they're going to be with us the same way we aren't super familiar with them. I feel like if you're just going off of just a basis of knowledge, I feel like Min-Min might be the best choice.
Yeah, probably.
But it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking they're going to go with. Min-Min seems like a good choice compared to their other options. Oh!
Okay, we're wrong. All right, cool. This is what speculation does, folks. Absolutely nothing.
We try and speculate, we got a good idea, and then we just see a Byleth, and we're like, okay, that's new.
You see, that's always the thing, is that no matter how much you feel like you'll understand something, there's always just the personal aspect to this. Because maybe this Byleth just feels very confident, or maybe they know something that we don't, that this matchup's really good for them.
Yeah. So, hopefully, combo off the bat.
Yeah, sounds like Weston.
Yeah, so I think the Pokemon Trainer, from what we're aware of, the Pokemon Trainer is actually a Ken main. So I think maybe they were trying out something new, and it just did not work in their favor. So.
From what I was being told, it seems like they are somewhat a co-main, kind of the same way I am, where I will play Wolf and Falcon, but then I have a preference to play Falcon.
Yeah.
It seems like they're kind of the same way, where they have equal faith in their characters, but they might just prefer to play Ken a bit more.
Yeah. So Byleth is actually doing very well, getting a small lead. Ooh.
Very good spacing on that.
Yeah. That is not a trade I would have wanted to do.
That instilled fear in me, just a little bit.
Oh, dual errors.
Oh my god, the arrows. Holy.
Yeah.
You see? Oh. Weston really just having a hard time getting away from the ledge here. Something Byleth excels at. Yep.
Yeah. That definitely, the Byleth was very good. Obviously able to take that stock. Unfortunately, Weston was not able to take his stock in return, but it was fairly close, honestly, before, you know, he just wasn't able to get his foot in.
Weston started out really hot. The problem is that once Byleth is allowed to get some distance, that's where Byleth really starts to excel.
Yes.
So that's a bit unfortunate, but still, Weston getting a solid 3 stocks, managing to beat the PT. And now we know that their next character is Byleth, so that gives us some good data to work with.
So, who do you think we're gonna pull in? We got a fair amount of options.
I'm checking the door to make sure it's not me.
I mean, it could be you, but I feel like you're gonna be one of our anchor options, like 3 or 4.
Yeah, we have a pretty typical plan around here of keep Keegan last or keep me last, so it's a pretty safe plan most days.
Well, we have seen you take 7 stocks in a row, so...
Yeah, it's a valid strategy to be fair, but... I feel like, if anything... It's probably gonna be Fitz, I have a feeling.
I mean, that was my thought, too.
Because I don't think we would want to throw out Keegan early.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting the door yet, so I'm gonna assume that it's Fitz.
You're not getting the door.
I haven't gotten the door call yet. What can I say?
Do we think we might hear some screams from the other room from you this night?
It's a possibility, but I am very tired. Yelling probably isn't the wisest choice today. Will I do it anyway? Maybe. But...
You've yelled probably when you were tired or what is more tired? I'm sorry, I don't do English. As long as my English teacher isn't watching, we're all good.
I'm the loudest person in this room on any given day,
Yes.
basically. It's just...
I mean, I would be willing to fight you on that.
Have you ever heard the very fun story about what happened when we were moved down here? So Tristan, at the start of the year, we had our meeting with all the teams, and it's like, oh, we're really excited about the new space and everything. And then I remember specifically Tristan said, I had people come up to me and thank me when they heard that the Smash team would be leaving the room next to them. I take full responsibility for that one. If anybody from the university who worked in that room is watching, I am sorry. I'm a very loud individual. Yeah, and then what's worse is that when Tristan said that, every single member of the Smash team looked at me for a minute.
I mean, it's kind of expected.
I don't blame them, but my feelings are still hurt. Alright, we appear to be getting into the match now, or at least we're about to.
Okay.
There it is, alright. So we have the Byleth from Carroll versus good old Fitz.
Yes.
Rocking the Oven Mitt Pac-Man today.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting choice.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright. What are your opinions about this matchup? Or you don't really know?
Again, when you've played every character as much as I have, you form opinions on everything to a certain degree. So, the thing is, though, is that I feel like Byleth will win this matchup while they're just running around a lot more than Pac-Man will. The thing is, though, is that Pac-Man, as usual, he really only needs 1 or 2 combos to really get himself into a game, or really even win a game.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Pac-Man is also one of the few characters who I personally think can actually kinda edge guard Byleth. With his
Okay.
hydrant, he can just throw it down, and it'll sometimes break Byleth's cord.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be an interesting match. The problem is that Fitz is really gonna have to rely heavily on his projectiles if he wants to try and get in here.
Yeah. We have seen him use a lot of his projectiles, especially the bell. He likes to try and throw that out so you can get sometimes a free smash attack in, which is always nice.
At this percentage, absolutely would lead to a kill.
Yes, so we are getting very close, probably about kill percent for each of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 127, that's ample kill percent for Byleth. And then 111 right now on the Byleth, yeah, that's kill percent. Oh,
Oh.
wow. Yeah. That's the other problem with Byleth. One of the most incredible recoveries in this game.
Yep, it is quite weak though too because it is a tether, so.
Sakurai definitely designed that it could reach all the way from Japan.
I mean, Byleth does need to escape her haters.
True, sadly. Byleth's sitting at 141, really living on a prayer right now.
Yeah, so it's technically, Pac-Man or Fitz is up by a stock, but honestly, it's pretty much anyone's game right now. It would be...
And there it is. And it's right back to an even game, because 15% really does not mean anything.
No. And there you go, he gained it right back.
Then we see combo coming back out from the Byleth.
Yeah.
This whole game is definitely just a series of slugfest. It's just who can hit the cooler combo, and then who gets the kill first.
I mean, you're the one who plays this game.
True. That is accurate.
So we do see Fitz definitely struggling to get more of his combos off. I think Byleth is really trying to keep the distance and really run with it. She really seems to like her up B into different attacks and different aerials. So.
Oh yeah, very good combo move. If you hit an up B, it's almost always guaranteed to give you something.
Yeah.
But then we see this Byleth is making oh my god. Oh my god!
Ooh.
I just don't have words for that. Fitz stood perfectly still, looked Byleth in the eyes, and watched her roll and then F smashed. That was incredible patience from Fitz.
Yes, Fitz was very confident with this roll. Very even game still. Byleth does have a fair amount more percentage on him.
Yeah.
Fitz.
You see Violet throwing out that up B. If that up B hits, this is an even game. I can tell you that with absolute certainty.
Yeah, just by watching this one match, I can also say for certainty.
Oh,
Yep.
there it is. Oh, that's dead.
Yep.
Yep, just clean combo. You can't even be mad about that.
Each battle a chance to grow.
It was very close though. So,
I was gonna say, very, very even game, for sure.
I'm gonna take a bet. I'm gonna take a guess.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
The door has been opened. Keegan, you joining or is it Wes? Okay. Just stand there menacingly looking at us.
Yeah, he's special boy.
How are you doing today?
Yes. I don't know what else you expected from me.
I mean, fair, but still.
I mean, yeah. Whatever you expect from me, it's probably less.
So, we have seen that Chris is got the call.
He did indeed.
Why did Keegan come and just stare at us for a second?
For the bit. The correct answer is for the bit. The other answer is because it was funny. Which, both are true. So, I mean, we're a little chaotic sometimes. If you haven't figured that out yet.
I haven't. I totally haven't figured that out. I've been
Okay.
on stream with you guys for like, what, 4 times now?
All right, then glad I mentioned it, just so you know that we're a little chaotic.
Well, we
just a
gotta
bit.
also mention it for the fans to see.
Exactly. So we're a bit chaotic here. It's gonna be a good time.
Any Falcon puns in the chat? We need.
It's true. We need the Falcon puns. It's a tradition now.
There was already a few of them. I think
Good.
there was also a NECC pun.
Ooh, those are hard to do. I'm okay with that. All right.
I didn't get it because I'm pretty sure it has something to do with a move that I am completely unaware with.
All right, hold up.
I
want to see what this pun was
pretty sure
now.
it was a NECC pun, but.
I don't see a nest pun. How can you do that in the playoff?
Playoff.
I think that was just a typo. I don't think that was a bit.
I don't know.
And if it is, I'm sorry, I'm completely missing it, but I don't think it was.
I just know Chris started laughing. Like
I'm
crazy.
sure he did. It doesn't take much to make him laugh. Sometimes sometimes you say something and it isn't even a joke and it makes him laugh.
So.
We're a little bit chaotic, but you know what? It's fine.
Yes, we are aware. You brought this up
Yes.
how many times now?
It's true. I don't know what else you want from me, but you're getting
Alright.
into the match, and
Yes.
there's the rare occasions that you see Byleth down B. That's normally what happens directly after is they lose the stock. So you know it's fair, but
So
it is
how do,
not a great
go
move.
ahead. So how do you think this matchup is going to work for Chris's favor?
So I think this matchup is really going to come down as to whether Chris can get in or not, because Byleth has such long long spears, swords. She definitely wants to. Oh, right, she's dead. Alrighty. I swear, I need to make a tally or something for how many times I get interrupted mid-sentence due to somebody winning.
Why don't we just like make a tally for everyone? Because you've interrupted people, Keegan's interrupted people, Spencer's interrupted people. Everyone has interrupted everyone sometime.
We need an interruption board, an interruption count, because I'm pretty sure that number's pretty high.
I'm probably high for every other thing, every other sport, every other game here too.
It's true. It probably happens. We should make a whiteboard here. Just how many times does somebody get interrupted?
Mike,
It'd be,
can we get that?
can we get that? It'd be really entertaining to see that board just fill up with tally marks. Because you know it would.
And the final game of the season, we were like the tally board. Thank you.
I'm gonna tell Chris that pun. I hope you know that. And it's probably it's gonna have a reaction. I don't know what that reaction's gonna be, but it's gonna get one. And it's gonna be funny.
Well, no, I'll just show it to him on stream, then we can record it.
That's true. We need video evidence.
Video evidence, or he'll claim it never happened.
It's true. If you don't have video, it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works these days.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Actually, with the amount of editing software, sometimes it feels like if you have a video of it, it didn't happen. There's a lot of editing software you can do on that.
Let's not get into deep fakes right now.
Yeah, it's probably not the best topic for a Smash stream. But anyway, we are currently waiting on the stage selection, which he has selected into the menu now, so hopefully should not be too much longer. But NECC tends to take a tiny bit longer for stage selections, just because we're also communicating on what character they're pulling in, and then we make a decision from there. So it normally does take a bit longer, but coming into Samus, which we have a bit of experience against.
I wonder who plays Samus in our group.
I have absolutely no idea. Would you mind
No clue.
informing me?
Well, our team captain, I believe he is.
Yeah.
He plays Samus, and he is considered one of the best players on our team.
Yup. So we do have a bit of experience against Samus. This is not a matchup that Chris is entirely unfamiliar with.
Yeah, so if Chris loses this, we will definitely see a Samus duo.
That's true. We will also see Chris getting made fun of. But that comes after. You know, don't want to mess with the competitive mindset.
That comes after when you guys are eating, and then it's going to be a whole thing, and we're just going to be like...
Ooh. Just barely misses the catch with the up smash. Does a ton of shield damage, though, so Samus can't really take another one of those too soon.
Yeah, she is definitely taking a heavy amount of damage, making this very in Chris's favor right now.
Yeah, the experience against Samus is definitely showing. Chris knowing how to get around a lot of Samus's tools is definitely beneficial, because a lot of times Samus has a lot of setups, making it very difficult to get to her. But
Yep.
Chris has seen all these setups before, and he's had such experience with it that he isn't unfamiliar with it.
Yeah, so Chris is getting very close to kill percent, so this is getting back to an even fight for Carroll, so they are definitely probably a lot happier about that. And it knocks out.
Another tally for the interruption, so we really need to get on that board. We're missing a lot of points right now. We're getting behind.
Next season.
It's true. But speaking of being behind, that is something that Chris is not. He is definitely extending his lead against the Samus quite well.
Yes. Yep, he is definitely extending the lead incredibly well. His experience playing against Keegan has definitely helped out a fair amount.
Gets the opening now after avoiding Samus's setups for a while. Finally gets a setup. Is he going to get the kill here? Not quite.
No. Obviously the best choice there would have been to most likely
Raw knee him, I think is what you were going to say before you got interrupted yet again.
Okay, Samus did take a stock.
Yep. So Chris does fall one stock down, but has already taken 2 of Samus's. So definitely a good spot to be sitting if we're Chris right now.
Yeah, Samus definitely is hoping to just not give Chris any spots, any openings whatsoever, but he or she did miss that one spot right there.
Yep. Chris found an opening and got a lot of damage off of it, and that is just how Chris works.
If that up B was the other way, that would have killed.
Mm-hmm. That up B has a deceptively massive grab hitbox.
It does.
The detection range for that up B is deceptively massive. Down tilt. Chris loves him some Falcon down tilt. Ooh, goes past the ledge. That was a really good up B past the ledge, but I get interrupted yet again. I'm telling you, we need this board. We're missing out on so many points.
Mike is just shaking his head right now.
I mean, fair, but like, come on.
Maybe we can bring it up with Tristan.
That's true. That sounds like a
Tristan,
Tristan thing.
Tristan, can we get a $5 whiteboard?
All we need is a whiteboard and some chalk.
Chalk?
Well, either blackboard or a whiteboard. Which one do you want?
A whiteboard, because why did you say, I said whiteboard, you said whiteboard, and then you said chalk. Chalk doesn't go on whiteboards.
I mean, it can, just not very well.
We need to get a whiteboard just so he can try and put chalk on a whiteboard.
Okay, I was thinking of chalkboard said whiteboard. I'm sorry. I apologize. I mean, color. They make colored chalk, so it would at least show up. It just wouldn't go onto the board very well. Anyway. Anyway, again, we are waiting for stage bans. Again, with NECC, it generally takes a bit longer because we have to find out what character they're throwing in first. But Chris does have 2 of his stocks, only lost 1 to that Samus while taking all 3 of theirs. So definitely a good spot to be sitting for us. Trying to see who's are coming in. It certainly was. It certainly was.
We're going to get more Falcon puns, and when he comes back in here, he's going to be so upset, and it's going to be...
It's going to be awesome.
No, it's going to be good content.
That's true. We do it for the
Good
content. Do it for the content. It works every time.
Alright.
Throwing in the Min Min. Yes, we did know that they had a Min Min, so it was not entirely unknown to us. So
Min Min will definitely be a decent counter against Captain Falcon.
Definitely.
To keep a range.
Definitely. Captain Falcon really requires him being close to his opponent, and Min Min really likes to not do that. So definitely a difficult matchup, similar to the Byleth, except that Min Min has a bit longer arms than a spear. for reasons.
Of course. I mean, your arms are longer than Spears, right?
No.
You're supposed to say yes for sarcasm, for the bit.
I mean, I feel like the bit worked anyway if I said no, but getting ledge trapped by Min Min, taking quite a bit of damage, showing how difficult it can be to make it in, and this should be the stock here. Yep.
Yep.
That just shows how difficult it can be for Captain Falcon to get anything done against Min Min. She can just keep him out so well.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, Chris was barely able to make any damage against this Min Min, which is not where we want to be, but we know who's coming in next, so we are fairly confident.
Hopefully Chris can take a stock. It isn't looking like it, just because of this Min Min's pressure is definitely being really difficult for Chris to get around.
Yeah, Min Min was a great choice for their anchor spot.
Min Min definitely does well against most of our cast, so it was a good choice to reserve their Min Min for the very end, and it's showing its worth here in the stock.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
I timed it that time. I didn't get interrupted.
Sure you did. You could sink your mind into Min Min's player's head.
Okay, that one was actually intentional though. But yep, Chris falls to the Min Min. We hate to see it, but it does make sense. Min Min is definitely a very difficult matchup for Captain Falcon. It is extremely difficult for him to get into his effective range. And once he does, it can be difficult to combo her. She's surprisingly lean.
Yeah. And we can take a very good, educated guess that we know who's going in. It's our team captain, also known as Keegan or Laird.
Yep, and he is currently hovering Garden of Hope, so I hope this is where we're going. I think that'd be actually hilarious. Darn it, we aren't going to Garden of Hope. I'm sad now.
Yeah. I do want to bring it up, though. Our caster, Keegan Laird, our team captain, actually casted for the Panda Cup this weekend.
He did.
And I think that is absolutely incredible and something we can brag about.
Oh, definitely. We should probably get him on commentary later just to make him brag. I'm sure he'll probably go along with it, I'm sure. But
I'm sure.
getting into the match here, it is just an even game, 3-3, so nobody loses anything. We get right into it.
Yeah. Pretty even game for both of them, to be honest.
Both of them want to keep each other away from them, but Min Min definitely does have those disjointed arms that do not have hurt boxes.
Yes.
So, Samus with the projectiles, Min Min with the disjoints. It is going to be an interesting challenge.
And it is a very even game.
Quite. There's one thing I want to point out, though, that Keegan's definitely going to have to watch out for. It is, one, getting stage spiked by Megawatt, but the other thing is Min Min's up smash does reflect projectiles.
Ooh, that definitely does not sound fun.
It's a pretty strong one, too.
Yeah, for a projectile-heavy character as Samus, as long as Min Min's aware of that, it will be, we could expect that to come out then.
I believe they even tried to do it right then out of shield, but parried the charge shot. But I mean, Min Min isn't a character that you'd look at and expect to have a reflector, so it can be a matchup check there to see whether you know that she has a reflector or not.
Yeah, and we did see. Ooh, this is
the lingering hitbox catches Keegan's ledge option, but retaliates right back.
Yeah, but we do not want to trade stocks like that, as we would lose then. But we do have. I think this is gonna be. I think this is gonna go down to the last game. To be honest, these are very close matches, with all of our players. So I think we're in a good spot, but they're also in a very good spot.
It's definitely a probability, but steals the stock away with the Megawatt arm right to the back of the head.
Yeah, definitely not what we are looking for. Hopefully Keegan can take at least one more thing. Is Keegan not very confident in his Min-Min approach? Or you're not exactly sure?
I'm not exactly sure, but just from what I can see right now, it just looks like a very difficult matchup. I mean, Min Min has such long range, and those arms don't have hurt boxes.
Yeah.
So she could pretty much safely box with Samus from halfway across the stage.
Yeah, so we do have, we don't have many good options for Min Min, but we need to definitely try and counter this Min Min so we can at least take the next game so we have a next chance for our third game.
This Min Min is definitely going to be a challenge for us. A lot of our characters don't do especially well against Min Min. Most of them are they either do like fine or it's ever so slightly in the Min Min's favor, but we don't have any matchups that are just all right. We do well against Min Min.
Yes, that is very true. Our best bet is probably Keegan Laird. I'm really hoping that he's kind of just not having a good day, and so he didn't have that good setup right there.
It might be that. I also could you could kind of tell how difficult of a matchup Min Min was. It was so difficult for him to do anything because Samus really requires like time to get set up, space to do bomb setups, to charge shot, try to make you come to her. But Min Min can come to Samus while still being halfway across the stage. So Min Min can pretty safely just deny Samus the space and the time required to get those setups.
Who do you think will be our best counter for Min Min?
Well, we already saw that Chris struggled a bit.
Yeah.
Definitely a bit, and then Keegan also struggled a bit. So that leaves either me or Fitz, and I think it's probably going to end up being me is the best bet matchup-wise. I'm currently watching the door to see whether I am going to be forced to play this video game. But
I don't think so. I think they might be going for Fitz.
Yeah, if it isn't me, which I don't think it is, my guess would be Fitz.
Yeah, there's a long discussion period because they haven't even taken Keegan off the center.
Yeah, so they're probably determining stage bans, and then once we find out what character we're going against, we can make our counter pick.
Yeah, true. So when you lose the previous game, you get the counter pick first, I'm assuming?
So if you lose the first round, they ban 3 stages of the total, including the counter pick stages. And then we then get to pick so first they pick a player, so we know what character we're going against. And they ban those 3 stages. And then we in turn get to pick our player against that. And then we get to pick the stage from the remaining stages that weren't those 3 that they banned.
Alright, we do need to call out. We just got a follower, so thank you for
following.
We
did. Thank you.
Thank you for following. We definitely like seeing followers, so.
Only on Twitch though. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't like to see followers when I'm walking around.
Why would you?
It's a little sketchy. But on Twitch it's great.
That was such a bad joke.
I don't know what else you really expected from me. It's normal quality for me.
Follow our Twitter and Instagram.
Okay,
too.
those are also accept following.
Don't follow Weston in real life because apparently he has
sketchy.
Followers.
It's a little sketchy, I'm not gonna lie, but
Do you have followers in real life?
No, I'm just saying it'd be weird if I did. Anyway.
Maybe we could get Chris to follow you around for a day.
And jeez. Oh jeez. Okay. That would be funny, and I'm sure he would agree to it. But yeah, that'd be kind of weird. But I'm sure he'd agree. But we are still waiting for stage bans. I mean, it is quite a difficult decision because actually, no, I was wrong. So my explanation of how this worked in between rounds earlier, it was all right except for the fact that I forgot that we actually don't get to know the character for the very first round.
Oh right, I do remember that.
Yeah, sorry, that was misinformation. That was me forgetting. I apologize, but
it's all right. You forget a lot of things.
That's true. I do forget a lot of things.
The fact that you remembered what characters you were going up against is.
It is mildly impressive that I actually remembered this time. So I need the remember all from Harry Potter just so I can remember when I've forgotten something.
Fitz is playing some Xenoblade music.
Good, I don't have to yell at him. I like Xenoblade music. Xenoblade music will dummy.
Let's not go on another rant about Xenoblade.
What, you don't want another 5-minute rant?
No!
Okay. Okay, well, here we see we're getting into the match here with a character that we did not see the first round. but one that we did know about. This is actually the Pokemon trainer player.
Yeah, because last time you completely destroyed that Pokemon trainer.
I did do fairly well, but caught me off guard with the random Flare Blitz out of the corners. But we will not have to worry about Flare Blitz out of the corners as there is no Charizard on the screen.
There isn't a Charizard. I'm surprised.
However, there is another fire person, but that mainly comes with his fist, not the tail.
True, that is correct. So Fitz is getting a lot of damage on him. Small setup there, but definitely did not go.
Fitz is at the nice percent, so you know he obviously gets a damage bonus. God, I wish that were true, but
No, but he is getting some rage, which will boost his damage.
that's true. He is getting into the range where he starts getting a bit of rage. So trying to box against this Ken probably wasn't prepared for it, and we have shown in previous times, so we do struggle a bit against Ken.
Yes, unfortunately, there is some struggling against Ken, but I have a feeling that if Fitz doesn't win this, but he is getting very close. They're getting Ken is getting close to kill percent.
Nice hydrant, but gets the tech. Good, that was a good tech.
Yeah.
But gets the up B, catches Fitz. Fitz just a little bit behind, but is at a high percent, which Pac-Man can definitely kill at. So it is not out of the realm of possibility at all for Fitz.
Especially since he did get that bell there, but it dropped. Just as I said it.
Gets clipped by the Hadouken, but catches the roll in, only taking 30%. It is a decent amount of damage, but it's nothing that Pac-Man can't make up.
Yeah, hopefully, I think Fitz is getting into his groove a little bit more here. Definitely seems like he is expecting some more of the Ken plays.
Definitely.
His Ken has gotten a lot better since I think his going matchup against Ken has gotten a lot better since we've seen him last, I feel like.
That I know of, yeah. He's definitely he definitely knows what this Ken wants to do, and he's working around that quite well.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice punish there, honestly.
Yep. Still a pretty even game. Ken definitely not lacking in the kill power department, but Shoryuken's the wrong direction. That saved Fitz from quite a bit of damage.
That did, unfortunately, Fitz is going off this.
Nice forward air.
Close.
That was a nice forward air. Just barely caught him out. Tries to catch with the F smash, but not quite. Catches him all the way up there at the very top of the Shoryuken.
Yeah, unfortunately, he is at kill percent though. So Fitz should be able to, as long as he plays his cards right, he should be able to knock this Fitz down. Or this Fitz down. Knock Ken down.
Yep. This is looking like a bit of a repeat of the last stock where Fitz took a bit of damage but managed to clean it out pretty well. So we're hoping to see a repeat without Fitz losing the stock first.
Yes.
Is he dead? No, he's not. Okay. I was about to say, that shouldn't kill.
As long as we get one thing done, I feel like I know who will be going in next against Ken.
I believe I know as well. But tries to just run up and do it. But Fitz calling him out and saying, eat a ghost instead. Hey, you know, most people say they swing at Casper. Pac-Man swings Casper at you.
He does. That is very true. So Fitz is at least leaving who we expect to go in next in a good spot. So no matter what, they will only need to take like relatively 4 stocks.
Yeah, and he's dead here. Yep.
He is.
Yep. Wasn't able to close out that final stock, but did get 2 as well. So not a bad showing.
Hey, that's all that matters. As long as we can get 2, that gives us a good time to get into the next match. And, well, we're still waiting for... We might get a call at the door, but I don't think we are.
I think I'm going in, personally.
Oh, you think you're going in?
Yeah, I think I'm going in. That's my guess. I'm watching the door because my gamble is that it's me, so...
Oh, I was not thinking it was going to be you at all.
I don't know. I think it might be me, but definitely Chris is definitely capable of taking out this one stock from Ken. So it's not necessarily, oh, it should be me. So we definitely have options here.
there is quite a few options. Oh, you are getting called in. You,
Haha, my gamble.
never mind, you were right. I'm sorry, my bad. I concede. You might want to take the headphones off.
Nah, I'll take him with me.
Please don't. Alright. We'll wait for Chris to come back in. So we do see Weston coming in. Probably gonna pull up some dark pit action. He is here. Come on. We have some things to show you on the stream. Spencer, can we pull them up, please?
Choose your fighter.
Why did I come back in here?
That's kind of your
Tristan,
choice.
I expected better from you. Hi, Fitz.
He's just watching us from the background.
Yeah.
Alright, well. We have Weston going in against the Ken now.
We do have Weston going in.
Recently we had our Gleck playoffs. We were just there
Yes.
over the weekend. And
I did
our
see
first round opponent was the best Ken in the conference.
Yes.
Very, very talented players, so Weston's already pretty warmed up with this matchup, you know. He already had to play a very good one the other day, so I have faith that he can get
Yeah.
this without losing one.
Yes. So, definitely, we're in a rough spot right now. We are down one stock, and we need to make sure we win this in order to continue on during these playoffs.
Yep. We're already down one game, we're already down one stock, but, you know, it's still very early. It's 10-9, so
It is.
plenty of time to get things back under control.
How do you think Keegan is feeling? Most likely, I have a feeling he's going to get pulled in against the Min Min.
Oh yeah, he's heated. he wants to
Ah.
run back. He wants to win.
Okay, good. If because most likely Keegan is our best play against the Min Min.
Oh, absolutely.
We saw Min Min is not a
I-
good counterplay for Captain
I,
Falcon.
I play a character that relies on rushing in. That's a character that relies on keeping you out.
Yeah,
But also she has good boxing tools.
she does.
Very fun overall, but alright. So we're getting into the match here.
Yes. So
I'm a big fan of this kennel. I really like the Black E.
it is a very nice alt.
Hey, I played a lot of Street Fighter when I was younger. Definitely. I don't like the characters in Smash, but I like that they are included at least. Cause,
You don't like that they're in Smash?
Or no. Wait. Oh, I don't like them in Smash. Like, I don't like playing them in Smash.
Oh, okay.
But I like that they're in the game.
Okay, so you don't like going up against them or like playing them.
No, but the fact that they're in the game, I just really love. Just because, again, big Street Fighter fan. Okay, so Weston's starting off pretty explosive. Jesus Christ.
I mean, you know what? I was thinking you were going to go in against this Ken, but Wes is definitely showing himself very capable of taking and working on this Ken and trying to get him out.
For me personally, I just think swords are good against these types of characters, like all the Shotos. So I kind of like Weston's chances a bit more. I think I could do it, but again, we're trying to guarantee something here.
True. Guaranteeing.
Oh, that might be dead. Yep, that's dead.
I can definitely guess that Wes is very heated in the other room.
Yeah, he's not gonna be happy about that because he knows he didn't have to lose that stock.
Yeah.
But the problem is that Ken, such an explosive character, as you can see, 1 or 2 combos is really all you need to take a stock or even win a game.
So he is getting.
Oh wow, the foot invincibility.
Just get those arrows. No. So he did not get the arrows. He's really.
He waited until he got back on stage to shoot the arrow. That's funny.
Honestly, I mean, a smash attack would have been nice, but like that would have been also very hard to get.
Yeah, I just don't think Weston was even expecting him to go back onto the stage.
So this Ken does have max. I am scared right
You're
now.
absolutely right. The max rage, very scary right now. Sure, you can definitely the premier kill option right now. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, good.
Yeah, once characters get to that certain percent, I just know Weston is just gonna keep sniping arrows until he gets a free grab, and then that's literally it. I've seen it so many times.
Yeah, so we do have a few options going into this next match. We could see a Byleth, we could see the Samus, we could see the Min Min, and apparently they also have a Palu, but who knows? Palutena, if you don't know who that is.
In my opinion, I feel like the smart play here is to throw out the Byleth, because Weston definitely had a bit of issues with that the first time around.
He did have a bit of issues with the Byleth.
I'm just not sure, like, I think Weston can adapt to the Byleth pretty easily. The problem is that he's already going to be going down a stock, and Byleth has just phenomenal kill power.
Yes, Byleth does have phenomenal kill power.
So that's my bet personally. I would honestly be a bit surprised if they threw out the Samus. I don't think it's a horrible choice per se, but I just don't really agree with it personally.
I'm guessing you're thinking Min Min is going to be there.
Min Min is definitely getting saved for last. I would be shocked if they threw out the Min Min right now.
I mean, you never know. Some people, there has been times where we have seen them pull out the Min Min or their anchor middle of the road, and sometimes it was not a good play.
Sometimes it's a good play, I have to admit. Sometimes it's a good play, because Bethel is known for doing that from time to time, where they will just lead their Falcon. And because he's just such a good player, sometimes he can just get like 5 stocks in a row or something and really set them up well as long as they finish. So it's not an unheard of strategy. I wouldn't be like absolutely like startled if they did it, but I just personally do not think that's really what you want to be doing in this like playoff environment.
Yeah, you definitely want to go safer than sorry.
And there's the Byleth, as predicted.
Alright, I can definitely guess that Wes is quite heated right now against this Byleth. I would expect that he also would like a run back.
Yeah, he definitely wants to. He definitely wants to run back without a single shadow of a doubt. All right, here we go.
Alright, so hopefully, what Wes is looking for is just any opportunity to get in combos and to avoid and use Byleth's attempts to get into combos to get him in his own combos.
Yeah, we saw both of them just immediately out of the gates run backwards to try and adopt a more defensive position. And I really can't blame them. These are two characters that really thrive off of not letting their opponent touch them, and then they get in.
Yeah, unfortunately, Wes is definitely struggling a bit more with letting the Byleth get in. Byleth is coming in quite a lot.
Yeah, we see the range difference really becoming a factor here. Byleth with that staff has so much more ability to hit Weston compared to what he can do to her.
Yeah. Okay, that is a good back air, though. That was very close to killing, even at such a low percent.
That's the problem, is that if that Byleth hit the... Oh, that's unfortunate. He missed the last arrow he needed. And he missed the down smash he needed. That's unfortunate. It's alright, it's alright. But yeah, that side B has a sweet spot on it. If that sweet spot had hit, Weston would probably be in the grave right now.
Yes, like most characters, they have a lot of sweet spots, especially Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah, they just really like the sweet... Oh, there it is.
So that was a double grab, making sure Byleth was not invincible that first time during that, leaving her that room to do the attack.
Jesus Christ, Weston's still alive right now.
I mean,
179.
Yes, this is a very risky game, but he is...
There it is.
Never mind.
You can only dodge it for so long. You can only dodge it for so long. Still, Weston got the stock off, although he's currently caught in another Byleth combo. Only so much you can do to escape that.
Yeah. This is definitely getting risky.
Oh my god. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just gonna leave now.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Please pull us back. So yeah, obviously we are seeing Chris go in. Definitely not a good match for Weston right there. He's probably coming in fuming. He's going to most likely want a run back again. We know Keegan's looking for a run back. We know Chris. We do really want to get into playoffs. We don't really want to test our luck with the second chance, because when you have a second chance, that's your only chance when you do get into the losers bracket. So we are hoping to get in this, and we can still do another round before our next game. So we do want to win this. It's so hard to commentate by myself. We could see Keegan come in. I don't see why not, but we'll see. I know we are probably expecting a similar rundown of what we were expecting last time, and they're probably expecting a similar thing from us. Yep. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it sucks because I know I could have played that better, but it is what it is, I guess, and
Yeah.
gotta live with it.
You do have games where you're not as good, and then you have games where you hit it out of the park and able to take like 12 stocks.
I actually used to main Byleth for a little bit. I played Byleth for around 2-3 months ish. This was a while ago though, so it has been a bit, but I did play Byleth for a period of time, so it's not that I'm unfamiliar with the character. I just I didn't play it right, and it is what it is. I didn't play super great, but
it's okay.
It is what it is, and we so simply take stocks.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, you win some, you lose some.
Exactly.
We are seeing a bit of a different person than I was expecting. Maybe not. No.
No, I believe you will be seeing someone who you were not expecting.
I was not expecting this. We do know that the person going in now wants run backs.
Probably do. Probably do.
But I mean, Wes. You're Wes.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Wes.
It's me. Hi.
You're not Chris.
No, not quite.
Chris was telling me about how Keegan, our Samus player, was hoping for a run back against Min Min because he is fuming right now.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Just from watching the Min Min match, I could tell.
Yeah. Did you not interact with Keegan while you were out there?
A passing word or so, but not too much.
Obviously, we do know that you guys are very tired today. The weekend probably took a lot out of you guys.
Mm-hmm. But at least we don't have a 5-hour car ride before this tournament, so it is a bit easier.
Yeah, I don't really want to be in the car for 5 hours.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, the car ride was fun, but just a long trip, and it is what it is. But we are back. We are rested because this one's online, so we could take our time, get a little bit of rest beforehand. So
that was basically the first time where Keegan was lunched off stage right there. He is still doing fairly well though.
Mm-hmm. So we saw Byleth's ledge trapping is strong, but Samus is also notoriously good at ledge trapping, so and Byleth is slow, so Keegan really wants to keep this Byleth at the ledge.
Yeah, embracing how slow Byleth is will definitely get you a lot of kills compared to not. Oh, this is very scary.
Yeah, Byleth's ledge trapping is very strong with large disjoints and strong tipper hits. Shown there.
Yep. no, as I was saying earlier, we do want to test our luck, and we do want to win today because we don't really want to test our luck in the losers bracket.
Yeah,
At
we
least that's
would
what I
much
think.
rather stay on winner's side.
Yes. So hopefully,
But Keegan does get a stock and does have quite a bit of damage lead, but we are still behind in stock count by a little bit.
yes.
So looking to even that up. And it's getting pretty close.
Yeah, so we are 2 stocks down compared to Carroll, but we can, he is much closer to killing Violet than Violet is to killing him.
Yes.
So,
Barely misses the catch on the jump. Tries to follow the Violet down, just barely misses.
yeah, this is...
We are glad that he fell down on the platform there and got put into a tech situation because you can't get grabbed in tech situations, so that's why Violet's up B only hit him instead of grabbing, which
Yeah.
got him out of that situation. Nice charge shot just to secure himself getting back on stage to avoid that ledge trapping situation.
Yeah, we do have, this is a very scary situation for Keegan right now.
But
Oh,
gets the hit, takes the stock without losing his, so we will take that. It is only 1 stock deficit now, and we have seen Keegan pull this back enough times in prior matches that this might as well be even. We can consider it even.
please don't put too much, please.
Hey, you got to have some confidence.
I'm technically not on the team, but like I still like feel like I want to be here. I like casting, and next semester I won't be able to do it that much. At least for Smash Bros.
I mean, all the more to root for Keegan to just win.
That's what I want Keegan to do.
Exactly.
But I don't want to put all the pressure. Knock on wood. Don't.
Yeah, we would prefer to not put all the pressure on Keegan like we have before, but we try not to. And since this year we have such more of a even team of solid players, so we have been able to lighten the load from Keegan's shoulders quite a bit.
Yeah. Chris has taken countless amounts of stocks. He does incredibly well with like 7 stocks. That's
He
the
has
most we've
done that.
seen him do.
He has gone 7 stocks a couple times. That is not out of the realm of possibility.
I mean, it was an incredible thing to watch.
And we've seen Keegan do just as, if not even better things. So this is
Yes.
definitely not out of the realm of possibility yet.
Yeah.
Because both of those players we just mentioned are sitting right back there, still able to play.
They are sitting back there. We have not heard a scream yet.
That's true. We have not yet. I don't think we will, but you know what? You never know.
But it isn't a Smash stream without hearing them from the other room.
That's true. It's a tradition.
It is not a Smash stream without hearing them scream.
It is not a Smash stream without hearing Chris, probably Chris specifically. Most of the time it's Chris through the wall during the stream. It is almost a tradition at this point.
I mean, to be fair, I really want to get to finals and just be able to hear Chris screaming from the back of the wall and just be sitting here like,
Oh, that will happen.
So we got some traditional Chris screaming going on. Don't worry about that. We're just toning down our mics a little bit.
Some traditional Chris mess screaming.
Mike is just like shaking his head and agreeing. Just turn the mics down.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah,
We're not
Chris will do that.
We're not upstairs anymore, so you can't get in trouble.
That's true. We are in the basement as opposed to upstairs, so we're a little bit more isolated than we were last time.
Yes. So, this is very interesting because Carroll is taking a long time to decide stages and what character they want to play.
So they have 2 players left. So this round we saw the Byleth and we saw the Ken. And the Ken was also the PT player. So that leaves them with the Min Min
And the Samus.
and the Samus. So I don't think my guess is they're throwing in the Min Min. Because the
I'm
Min Min
guessing
showed
that.
themselves to be effective, and I don't think they want to do the ditto against Keegan.
I think, I believe from what I'm aware of, Keegan is the best Samus player in the group, in the league.
That I'm not entirely sure, but that is definitely a fair assessment, a fair assumption.
Yeah, so obviously when you have, or not obviously, but when you have two people going as the same character, they are looking for the exact same openings as one another. And when they're looking for the exact same openings as one another, you're not going to have a fun time if you're not as strong as the other player.
Mm-hmm. The dittos can be like that a lot. Of course, there is also sometimes where the better player isn't as good in the ditto, because the ditto is in of itself another matchup that you have to know. And a lot of people generally aren't as good in the ditto. A lot of people struggle with the dittos, surprisingly. Okay. So all that character research I did at the beginning is now out the window. There is a Robin on the screen. Yup.
I mean, nice Robin skin. We can comment on that. Very nice.
I have not played Fire Emblem, so red robe. That's all I got.
I mean, there's no meaning behind it, but it's a very pretty skin.
I just assumed there was meaning behind it. It's a Fire Emblem. A lot of them have some references to killer characters.
I mean, some do, some don't. Anyway, actually going to the game, Keegan is getting quite a lot of damage on right now.
A very, very early lead.
Yeah. It seems like Keegan is actually going to do he might do fairly well in this matchup. So.
I mean, well, Robin likes to do similar things to Samus, of keeping their opponents at bay at a slight range, but a lot of Robin's moves are a bit more telegraphed, or obviously they have that resource bar above their percents, and Samus doesn't have limited resources.
Yeah, Samus is not limited to it. However, this Robin has been missing a lot of her arc fires. And that's not something you want to do when you have limited resources.
Yep. I mean, a lot of times you can use arc fire as kind of like not for the intention to hit, and you can use it as a zoning tool to stop them from approaching at a certain angle, but that just hasn't really been affecting Keegan in any.
No, it hasn't at all. And that is one example, but Robin is very close to, actually no, she is in kill percent, let's be honest.
Oh, definitely.
Not even sure why I was saying she's very close to kill percent.
And not anymore. She's now at a fat 0. But Keegan looking to extend that with a very small shield. That shield's looking like one of Samus's bombs.
However, his shield is slowly regenerating. So hopefully getting a fair amount of damage already. Oof.
I would just like to bring attention to the rare occurrence that we just witnessed of Jab 2 connecting for Samus. It's a rare occurrence, to be fair, but really nice string from Keegan coming in here, getting a lot of damage, keeping his Vantage State going.
So, whew.
Hype up throw, almost killed, but that will.
That will. Keegan has shown how well he has taken this back. Very nice.
So, I wanna kind of talk about this because I found it interesting, and I don't think there's gonna be another Robin for me to talk about it with. But so something that's been recently found with Robin in the meta is actually being able to make Robin untrippable.
Huh.
So you know how some moves, especially some moves, have a higher chance of tripping, of where your character will basically just they'll trip and they'll fall on the floor. Well, people recently found, this is a recent discovery, that if you shoot Thoron with Robin, you actually are untrippable. You can't be tripped, and the only way to reset that is to lose your stock.
That is a very interesting glitch.
And that's only been recently discovered, so it can be very important in matchups where characters have like trip moves. Like for example, DK with down tilt has a higher trip chance, but Robin, if she shoots a Thoron, can actually make it to where she doesn't get tripped.
So we are seeing Samus take out this Robin with no stocks lost.
Yep, so we are now, as we talked about before, Keegan has the ability to just turn it around, and now we are 2 stocks ahead.
Yeah, unless that Robin was the Min player, which would not have been a good move, to be honest.
Yeah, I do not think that was the Min.
I don't
At
think
least
it
my
was
guess.
the Min player, but we do not know for sure. They don't have their little usernames. I don't think they have their usernames at the bottom, or if they do, we can't really see them.
Yeah, so in arenas, the usernames that show up is just the name of the Switch that's using it. So sadly, you don't get to see the person's tags, which would be really nice. A lot of us have tags that we like to use that aren't necessarily our names for references or reasons otherwise. So it's kind of sad that you don't get to see the tags, but it is what it is.
We kind of do, but it's covered up because we have the Carroll and the Valparaiso.
Exactly.
Things, so.
And you don't get to see it when we select characters because you're too busy looking at our beautiful faces.
Yes.
I'm sorry, by the way.
So this is a very risky match. Let's hope Keegan pull this back. Not really sure how Chris will fare if Keegan doesn't really heavily pull this back. So.
Mm-hmm. So knowing that Min is such a bad matchup, and we've seen it before, I believe Keegan's main goal here is just to take one stock to lighten the load on Chris if it does come down to him.
Yeah.
Is definitely what he really wants to do, but Megawatt Arm is out, and that hits hard.
It does. So we do see Keegan trying to. There's several options where I feel like he could have punished a little bit harder than he did, or didn't at all. I feel like he didn't really take some of those opportunities as well as he could have or should have.
Yeah, it can be definitely difficult against Min because, I mean, as you mentioned before, they have that reflecting up smash, which is quite unintuitive if you don't know that. But also,
yeah.
Min can use both arms in quick succession. There's a bit of lag in between the second one, but she can use the 2 arms pretty quickly and can also use them in different directions.
Yeah.
So
that Min is not expecting those bombs, even though we have seen Keegan pull those out quite a bit.
Yeah, those bombs for Samus's ledge trapping is really strong. Large part in because of those bombs, because they just linger there and can click you. And it makes it very difficult to get around Samus, but does take 1 stock, and that, I'm sure, was Keegan's main goal. So getting another one here is definitely just really good for Keegan.
I can definitely tell this Min is not, is kind of getting some nerves. You can see that their attacks are getting a little more like jarred. So they are incredibly close. Keegan not having any damage on him yet, and Min is getting very close to kill percent right now.
Keegan definitely showing that he has learned something from their last encounter.
Yes, he definitely. You can see in his attacks and his moves, he knows exactly what this Min is looking for. You can tell that he is thinking, okay, the Min is looking to keep me at bay, but I need to try and be a little bit closer so I can really keep these options open.
This should not be the stock. It's going to be close, though.
Yes.
Ooh, just makes it back. Good recovery from Keegan. He didn't have his jump there, so he really had to mix it up, and it was well done with the bombs.
The bombs are something he uses quite a lot for his recovery, and he's very good at it.
So with Samus, if you use the bombs mid-air like that, and then you hit yourself with the bombs, you don't actually get hit, but you do get a bit of knock-up. So you actually can like bounce off the bombs. So they can be quite helpful for recovering, and you can stall out there quite a while on them. Gets the dash attack, steals the stock away at very high percent. Probably going to lose this stock pretty soon.
He is, yeah.
Especially because Megawatt Arm is out, and Megawatt Arm hits very hard. And there's the up smash reflect, mashing that at a hit stun, but takes a stock.
Yes. But keep in mind, we do have 3 lives for Chris, 3 stocks for Chris. Min only has 1. what do you think out of Chris's options would be the best choice?
So I heard him talking about which one he was thinking of going when I was walking over here to commentate. So I believe I know what he's probably going to go.
Okay, all right. We'll see if you're right.
And he does have 3 stocks to play with.
He does.
You definitely don't want to gamble on that too much. I mean, of course, it
Yeah.
is Min, and if you have a semi-iffy recovery, Min can definitely steal stocks away. But having that 3-stock buffer to take only 1 is definitely going to help Chris out a lot. Thanks to Keegan to getting those 2 stocks, just barely getting them. So sitting in
Yeah.
a good spot right now.
Yeah, Chris has a lot of experience with every character. He was talking about how he's played basically every character in the roster. So he's got a lot of options, and this is very interesting.
So I believe he is going to go a character other than Captain Falcon. However, it is probably going to be related to a different kind of animal.
Captain Falcon.
All right, you know what? Sometimes you're just wrong. So, there's no excuse. Sometimes you're just wrong.
I'm gonna take a guess. You thought he was going to go wolf.
Yeah, I overheard him talking about him probably going wolf when I was walking over here. I'd be interested to know why he decided to switch back to the Falcon.
We can ask him about that. We can ask him about his character choice. Hopefully, if he takes a stock.
I am assuming he will. He is he's quite apt at this character.
Yes,
So-
he is.
I do believe that he will be able to take 1 stock, even though it is a Min and Falcon's recovery can be very susceptible to Min. I believe that he can get at least 1 stock. He has shown himself to be capable of getting at least that 1 stock against Min, and that's all he needs right now.
I believe if he just really focuses on just getting in there, staying back when he needs to, but mainly getting in there when Min is at her weakest, and getting in the start of his combo into a huge combo that gets him like 60%, this should be fairly a lot easier than just trying to run in every chance you get.
What is going to make this difficult is Min's arms pretty much command the horizontal space. They really take up a ton of space, especially with the dragon arm of having that extra laser at the end. Takes up so much space horizontally, but they can't cover too much vertically, except for Ram that flips up when it's coming back. But that does leave Min susceptible to approaches coming from around that 45-degree angle.
Yes.
But what makes this difficult is Falcon doesn't have great approach options coming from that direction. So this is definitely
Yeah.
going to be difficult for him.
I believe the last time we saw Min, we did see a lot of those 45-degree angle approaches. So
Yeah, when I played against Min last, I definitely tried to take advantage of that, and it did net me pretty well. But Captain Falcon doesn't have the same approach options at that angle, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see how he supplements that.
So, we are seeing him get. Ooh.
And that is one option that he has to supplement that. We see him just implementing that right away of Tomahawk grabbing from that 45-degree angle. So definitely good counterplay coming up from Chris.
So, very nice. Ari at 60% for the Min. Still a pretty even game compared to percentage-wise. But like we said before, Chris does have 3 stocks to play around with. So, alright, making it a little more even. Chris is at kill percent though right now.
Yep, and there's the megawatt arm to steal it away, but did get 70 with that stock. And you know what? If he keeps up that pace, he's gonna take the stock before he loses his.
Yeah. So we are seeing him trying to get juggled, but he does dodge the arms to get juggled.
One thing that is nice about this is because Chris really favors using Falcon down tilt. He really likes the angle it sends at, and it can be quite devastating for some characters. And Min's gonna be one of those. That tether recovery is not massively horizontal. Tries to recover on the platform, just barely misses it, but ends up getting back to stage anyway. And oh, I think if that was a Nair, it would have killed. And speaking of Nair off stage, Nares takes the stock, so we are going to a round 3.
So he did get that one thing. He did lose one stock, but that was fine. It's fine because we do, and we get a second shot, so you get another shot at Byleth.
Dang it, I have to play the game again. All right. But showing that adaptation that we were talking about of how does Captain Falcon supplement approaching from that angle.
Yes.
He immediately showed his counterplay to that of what he learned from the last time he had to play against it
Yep.
was to actually tomahawk grab instead, because Falcon can get a lot off of grabs, but it can be difficult to get in from horizontal.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, but the way he was playing his grabs, you can see the second round he was definitely a little more confident. It's him. It's Wes. Keegan's just standing in the back menacingly. We'll wait for Chris and we'll ask about his opinions on what characters he chose for going against Min Min. I actually have a feeling, because this one N, there's a little character on the screen, in addition to each of our esports accounts. There is a different one, so my assumption is N, or the Xander little profile picture, is actually playing away, and I think this is the Byleth. I think it might be Byleth going in. Hello, Chris. How are you doing?
That last match was a little nerve-wracking for me.
I understand.
I really do not like Min Min, as we are all very clearly aware of at this point.
Yes.
So that's fun. But, you know, we made it to set 3. We won that last game because Keegan pulled one of the best performances this season. So,
Yes.
you know, feeling pretty decent right now.
So we did hear some mixed opinions about what character you were going to throw in. Wes thought he heard you talking about a wolf.
Oh, I definitely planned on it.
So what made you change your mind?
Jim and Keegan both kind of looked at me like I was crazy. Keegan then proceeded to give me some advice, and yeah, I think from the moment I grabbed my controller, Wolf was never really an option apparently. So, you know.
I see. So I do actually think we are seeing a different character come in. I think we're seeing the Byleth come in first.
Oh, I don't like that.
Well, the reason, my logic is there appears to be somebody playing away from the other
Away
team.
from them, yeah.
And I believe the Xander icon, or the N icon that they have,
Yes.
is actually the Byleth character.
Oh. Well, yeah, that would make sense. It's like, I've noticed that there's been somebody else subbing in, but I have not been able to pay attention to what character they're playing.
I think that's who they're playing, but I'm not exactly sure. So,
I
it
guess-
could be Byleth, but I think it's Byleth. But
I guess we're about to find out the fun way. If it's the Byleth, that's quite unfortunate, because I don't like sending in Weston against it, but
yeah, true.
I think he does very well against every other character on their team, but the Byleth with just that much more range on him is going to be a bit of a uphill climb the entire time.
Yeah, it definitely will be interesting. Yep.
Yep. Oh, they switched to male Byleth. Interesting.
Very interesting. The inferior Byleth, in my opinion.
You say the superior Byleth?
Inferior.
Oh, okay. So you do have good taste. Good to know. I think the Sophist skin is just by far the best.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good talk. Anyway, so getting into the match now.
Yes. So we can definitely tell that Wes was not expecting Byleth, and I only had this idea because of the profile picture that they were subbing.
You're doing your job correctly as a commentator. You're noticing things that we aren't picking up.
I wish I could have told him that before, but it didn't happen soon enough.
It's fine.
So we are seeing Pitt have a slight lead over Byleth, just in terms of percentage-wise. Or not the other. Well, now he does.
Again, Byleth just such an absolute powerhouse. Reflects the arrow very well done.
Yeah, that was very nice done by West. It was able to give him enough of percentage, and I think it scared the Byleth a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Whenever you get any of your projectiles reflected at you, it definitely instills a lot of fear.
Because you know that the character is capable of understanding how the reflect works and how to send items back towards you.
Yeah, it's like whenever you see one of your own projectiles coming back at you, it's like, oh, so you've betrayed me. Is that what's going on? And then, yeah, a lot of people will have one projectile reflected against them, and then they'll stop using the projectile almost entirely. Unless you're somebody who plays a character like Samus, in which case you kind of need your projectiles.
You do kind of need your projectiles as Samus.
Weston was definitely looking for a forward throw there. Still living, though.
He is almost at max rage, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Byleth is very close to, has some rage as well.
You see, the problem is with using Pit's down B, the little Guardian Orbiters. The biggest problem is that you get to block one hit of Byleth. However, Byleth's forward tilt is so fast that you can throw it out after almost everything. And you see that that is constantly trumping Weston. Living. Wow.
He is at max rage, but anything could probably kill him at this point. So Byleth is living on a prayer right now, but Weston is definitely very scared.
Yeah. If Weston gets hit with the tip of back air or forward air, it would have killed. But now, getting rid of that rate. Okay, well, right back off stage, I suppose.
I mean, that's where Byleth wants Pit. Even though Pit is incredibly good at recovering, Byleth wants Pit off stage.
That's the thing, because this Byleth loves a ledge trapping.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, that's what I love as a player personally. But it's a lot more fun to do to people than have it done to you.
Yeah. I definitely can tell, like, when I get a sick back air against my opponent on Smash Bros. As Lucina, and they can't recover, it's very fun. You just pop off, and you're very excited.
It's fun for you as they cry in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he sniped him in the blast zone. Nice.
That was incredibly close, though. If it gave a slight edge up there, it would have been very dangerous for that Byleth.
These two guys are really just going back and forth right now.
That was very close.
Oh my! Very
I think
good catch.
He popped off a bit there.
He's definitely happy about that one.
He was telling me about how he wanted to run back against Byleth.
Weston is the type of player, like, he can accept if he loses, but he's going to give it a full effort before he fully accepts that he has lost. Like, he wants multiple attempts, and he wants the chance to really play his best.
I think that's a great, what is it called? Like, personality trait in players and competitors. You can accept if you lose, but you always know you can do better, and I think that's very good to have as playing against somebody.
Yeah, Weston has a very good competitive mindset, but also he's been playing this game competitively for 3 years at this point, or almost 3 years, so definitely honed over a long period of time.
And he's been playing Pit for quite a while.
Yeah, that's the worst part, is that he's been playing this character for so long. The character just doesn't work.
I mean, it works sometimes.
Oh my, the regrab again! There you go, Weston. Very nice, very well done.
He is very excited. If that was you playing Pit, you would have screamed.
You would have heard me through that wall right now, I can guarantee that.
We still haven't heard you through the wall yet.
I just haven't really done anything of note. Like, oh wow, I took 4 stocks the first game. Oh wow, I got the Min when she had 1. Good job. Yeah, I'm happy about it, but like, not yelling worthy. I do have standards, believe it or not.
Oh, you have standards?
I do have standards for when I will pop off.
I mean, that's new.
Gotta control it a little bit. probably one of the loudest times I've ever screamed, and why those people upstairs in the Union were happy that we got moved was one of the first days back from break. We decided to do a mock crew battle with everybody in the room, and during that crew battle was the first time I ever beat Keegan. Oh my god. Oh my god, I had never been louder.
Honestly, I don't blame you. Keegan is incredibly good, and you have gotten up very close to his level this semester.
Yeah, that was just, like, whenever I came into this team, that was my biggest goal, was just, like, I wanted to find people better than me. And when I came here, there were people better than me, and that was the most exciting thing in the world for me.
Yeah.
I was so happy about that.
Yeah, Keegan, you are, I don't know what your opinion is. I've heard people say that you are quite similar in skill level to Keegan. Do you agree with that, or do you think Keegan's still better than you?
Oh, he's better than me. Easily. Easily he's better than me. It's just, I've played him so much that now we can kind of go even.
Okay.
I would still say he wins a solid 60% of the matches. But the fact that I can still win some now is just like, it is the best feeling in the world.
Well, you do still have plenty of time to learn from him and adapt, and maybe before the end of the year, you might be able to consider yourself better than Keegan.
Oh, he won't let that happen. If I'm better than him for even a moment, he's going to get back into the lab and start working so he can be better. And I know that as an absolute fact.
I come down here before a stream. I might be streaming Overwatch or something, and I just see you two just constantly staring at the screen, and Weston's off to the side just staring at the screen. I'm like, great. They've evolved in the basement.
We get focused, okay? We get very focused on what we do. Also, this character selection taking quite some time. Out of the characters we've seen today, like, they still have the Ken. They're saving the Min Min. Absolutely saving the Min Min. So they still have the Ken, and then they still have, do you remember what their other character was? Samus. Samus. Or Samus or Robin, I suppose.
I guess, yeah. There is plenty of options. I don't think they expected Violet to lose to Pit.
They were definitely not counting on it.
I feel like, from my perspective, it feels like they were really expecting West to come in, and when he came in, they were like, yes, okay, this is what we were
This
expecting.
is a winning matchup for us.
But then it didn't happen.
Yeah, and the moment you're looking for a win and you don't get it, it throws a complete wrench in your plans.
It does, yes.
So now they have to try and counter-adapt on the fly.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the last thing I was expecting. I personally thought it might be the Ken, but the Samus, alright, very interesting.
I mean, the last thing I was expecting was Min Min.
Okay, yeah, fair. Out of the possible options, this is the last one I was expecting.
So that a 50-50 chance.
Well, technically with the Robin as well.
Okay, fair.
It's like, what is that, 33? I'm not a math major.
But
Thank you, Mike.
But one good thing about this is I'm sure Wes has done a fair amount of matchups against Keegan.
We all have the Samus matchup permanently drilled into our minds. So unless a Samus of a similar skill level or a higher skill level than Keegan comes around, I feel like all of us feel pretty confident going into this matchup a lot of the time.
And really all Wes needs to do is take one stock, but preferably 2 stocks. 2 stocks would be incredibly nice.
I don't know, I'll take, how many do they have left? I'll take 9. I would love it if you got 9.
You want him to beat your record of 7?
That's not even the company record.
What is the company record?
The very first match in Galek that Weston played, he took 9.
Oh, he did? Ah, I see.
Against, what school was it? Defiance. Oh, he's dead.
He is.
That's unfortunate.
So, I think I know who we might throw in here. Because I don't think we're throwing in you yet.
I agree with that sentiment.
And I don't think we're throwing in another player.
I don't. It's not me or Keegan. I'm confident in that one. Unless Keegan really wants to play the Samus Ditto today.
I don't think he does.
I'm just like, I'm getting anxious again. I'm looking at the door like, are they throwing me it?
It's proven right there.
All right, well, there you go.
My thought process was proven right then and there.
I imagine Keegan is probably coaching this player up right now, giving him some quick tips.
Well, they were just playing earlier, actually. Did you
They
not
were.
see that? Yeah, they were. So, he is actually fully ready for this matchup.
I really hope so, because I know he hates this matchup.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. None of us are really fans of the projectile characters here.
Whoa.
Can I help you?
Wes is stealing the microphone.
Oh, I'm leaving?
Get out. This is my spot now.
You're just kicking him off the mic.
I mean, yeah. Speaking of freaking kicking, gosh dang it, Pitt needs to learn how to tuck his foot in. It really isn't that challenging. I mean, that move is already good. Like, down B is already good. I call that his DLC move, because that is a very good move.
Uh-huh.
That move would be freaking broken if all he did was just tuck his foot in a bit. Like, that move would be so good. And it already is so good, but man, it'd be broken if he tucked his foot in. But yeah, like, so in case you don't understand what the frick I'm ranting about, so when Pitt does his down B, like with the shields, his foot, when he does the aerial version, actually sticks out slightly underneath, so you can hit his foot underneath the shields.
I
So
see.
if he tucked his foot in just a bit, it'd be broken. But going into the game, we're not going to have to worry about a Pitt down B here, so.
Yeah.
But this Samus might have to worry about a Pac-Man down B, because it's pretty strong in this matchup, I'm sure.
Yeah, we do. I know Chris and I were talking about it. Fitz is not a big fan of this matchup, even though he was just playing this matchup earlier.
But I think he's not fond of this matchup because he has to play this matchup against Keegan. But him playing against Keegan that much is certainly going to give him some experience, and he's already shown that a lot, utilizing his Hydrant and fruits to just go through some attacks and really showing how much he knows how this character can move.
Yeah, we did see earlier that the camera did not see this earlier, but earlier when I got here, Keegan and Fitz were just playing through this matchup.
So it's definitely something he has experience in. That back air almost stealing the stock, but not quite. Hydrant tanks the charge shot for him. But so Pac-Man actually has a lot of tools to work around charge shot. Ooh, I've seen that setup before, but man, it surprised me every time. The melon plus the water of the Hydrant. So a lot of times the melon, like you're used to the melon moving really slowly. Well, once the melon gets hit by the wind boxes of the water, it actually moves really quickly. So Fitz tried to utilize that and just barely missed a snipe on the Samus off stage with it.
Yeah, that would have probably been an instant kill right there.
Definitely, but gets the kill anyway with up smash and now has a bit of a lead, but is at high percents. Did not try for the up throw.
Yeah, that is surprising, especially since we did see Keegan use it a lot to kill the Min-Min earlier.
Probably wasn't sure it was going to kill and didn't want to stale it, so I understand that decision, but gets the kill anyway. But Fitz with a bit of an early percent lead.
Yeah, it is quite an early percent lead. Only a few trades, but they were only giving him like Samus like 1 or 2% at a time, which is not how you want to do trades.
Yeah, how do you think I feel? I play a multi-hit character.
Yes.
Dude, I hate trades. Pitt loses every single one, man. What do you want from me? And then aerials have more chance of trading. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
But Pac-Man with almost all single-hit aerials except for down air, so he does not have to worry about that as much. He can definitely work off of trades a bit better.
Yeah, so he is doing incredibly well, seeing the
That
seeing the
key
Samus-
almost killing.
Yeah, it certainly did. Seeing like 100
Nice hydrant.
that not even letting me finish my sentences before he
Okay,
does
we
something
need an interruption
cool
board.
again.
We need an interruption board. I'm telling you.
Mike is not happy. He's gonna tell us later that we should stop talking about an interruption board.
Hey, we'd stop talking about it if we had it. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But Fitz definitely showing that he understands like what will beat. Yeah, there we go. But Fitz definitely showing that he knows what will beat some Samus's options. So he's shown that he can use Hydrant to take the charge shot for him and a bunch of other hits as well. He has definitely shown that. But an interaction that you might not know is that because fruits are coded as an item, items have really high priority, especially against projectiles. So fruit will just go through charge shot. It will just beat it out.
Yeah, we were talking about this, I think, at another stream, but obviously important to mention it. There was some cool plays I just want to briefly mention, too. Samus did use some of her little smaller bombs and tried to use them to get Pac-Man out of his up B for his trampoline. And I think that was a very good choice, but it didn't work, unfortunately.
Not quite. Before Fitz stole the stock away with an F smash. As I said before, a lot of people are told that they are swinging at Casper. That is a very common opponent in Smash Bros. Is Casper. A lot of characters are notorious for fighting him, but Pac-Man uses ghosts to fight, so he actually swings Casper at you. So Pac-Man does have that little bit of an advantage over some characters who like to swing at Casper.
Yeah, so we are up quite a heavy lead right now. Honestly, who do you think they're sending in?
So I do not think they're going to throw in the Min-Min against a Pac-Man. I believe they're saving that for probably Keegan and then Chris. I believe that's what they're saving it for because they know those matchups are pretty good. So what I think they're going to throw in is they are probably throwing in the Ken PT. Now, whether it will be Ken and whether it will be PT, I'm not entirely sure, but my guess is Ken because of the previous times that Fitz has played against the Ken.
Yeah, so obviously there's not a lot of options because when Byleth did lose to you, you can tell just by the way they're acting, they did not plan for that. They expected to go up against you, but they did not expect to lose that.
Pit moment. Sometimes you just adapt.
Well, we know you really wanted that run back.
I did really want that run back. The first time I was thinking, man, I really didn't play that well. I know I could have played better. So getting the chance to play it again and prove, yeah, I can play it better was a good time. But I still might want to put in some time again for practicing Byleth. I did definitely get hit by a lot of stuff that even right after I was like, man, I really should not have gotten hit by that. I knew this was going to happen and I just let it happen. But I got some contacts that play Byleth. I got some people.
Yeah. So we have a lot of characters that are quite common in this league. Is Byleth one of them? I can't quite remember.
I do not believe that Byleth is like one of the super common characters that you see a lot, but it's definitely not one of the one-off characters that you rarely see. It helps that they're DLC. that helps them pop up a bit more, and plus, like you have the high-level representation of MK Leo. I love MK Leo, but yeah. So, so Byleth is definitely not super uncommon, but.
So, we are in a good spot. Like I was saying before, if we do win this playoff games, we will get a second match where I believe we go into semifinals.
I believe so. I'd have to check the bracket, but.
Well, I can pull it up right now, actually.
Okay, well, if you want to do that, then we can see what's going on, because I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. But I do remember it is an official bracket format. It is not a more round-robin style that we were playing in before. So we do have another opponent lined up. And would you mind telling us who it is? Because I don't know.
Yeah. So we would be going into semifinals. And
Nice.
it'd actually be quite interesting. We would be going up against Northwood Blue.
Okay. Well, right now we have Fitz going up against the Min Min, which was who I did not expect them to pull out.
This is actually very interesting. I was completely distracted there. Interesting.
Yeah, I really expected them to save this Min Min for specifically Keegan, oh, they were almost dead if they didn't have their jump. But I really expected them to save this Min Min for Chris and Fitz, not for Chris and Keegan's. You know what? Yeah,
It's late. It's late.
it is a little late. It is 10:15, but
I mean,
it
and
is
I
what
did,
it is.
and I did call you Chris earlier, so like.
That's true. You know, we have a very interesting track record of calling each other by the wrong teammates' names. Keegan does that quite a bit. We do it every once in a while. It's kind of a strange thing. But we're gonna chalk it up to, you know what, team morale is great.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this off really quick.
Go for it.
Because right now we are seeing Fitz do some incredible things. Mystic FT, thank you for following. You followed at like a great time.
You came in just in time to see Fitz with a nice parry into F smash taking the stock. That was a good timing.
Honestly, we were not expecting, I was not expecting personally, Fitz to take any stock at all.
I mean,
he took a stock.
yeah, I was not expecting the Min Min, but mostly because I feel like Pac-Man doesn't do terribly against Min Min. So I think Fitz can definitely make it work, and he's showing that he definitely can.
I feel like this Min Min is getting quite desperate with her options. Comparatively, the Pac-Man, I think she was expecting to do fairly better against Pac-Man, but Fitz is doing an incredible job. We would really like Fitz to take one more stock just to give Keegan
definitely.
a better shot at this, or Chris, depending on who we see.
But nice recovery. Realizing that Min Min was charging a smash attack and knowing which smash attack it was, since she was charging an F smash, which Min Min does quite often, that gives him a free opportunity to land above.
Yes.
So landing on top of her with the down air was a nice catch, but gets grabbed and tries to catch Fitz with the up B into up B, but didn't make it. But if you can see those flames around Min Min's arms, well, another one for the interruption board. Chalk it up again. Woo!
Michael is not happy.
I think he's done with this bit, but I am not. The looks of disappointment.
Tristan,
I am
if
so
you're
used to it.
watching- Tristan, if you're watching, please get us an interruption board, so he can stop annoying Mike, and so Wes can get his interruption board, and he is happy.
I can be satisfied with an interruption board. Okay, it can't just be Smash though, is the thing. It's
not going to be.
It's gotta be for all the sports, because I'm sure that we are not the only one that gets interrupted a lot.
I told you, I've casted for Overwatch before, and we have gotten interrupted while casting for Overwatch.
That does not surprise me, and is quite comical for me. But you see, we need it. It's not even just for us. It's for the whole esports.
He's just trying to justify it because he wants something to specifically point at and be like, that's what I did. I did that. I did that. And then he's going to put a pit sticker on it and claim it as his.
It's going to be great.
I gave you ideas there, but I'm not even disappointed with that.
Hey, hear me out, you know? It wouldn't be that bad. But yeah.
I'm not sure which is worse, his bits about Xenoblade or his bits about a interruption board.
Hey, you know, whatever fills the space when stage bans are happening, because, you know, you guys just have to sit here looking at me, and, you know, I kind of apologize for that, so I got to fill the space with something.
I mean, that is true. There's not a lot you can say after the match is going up. Obviously, we know who is going in, and you guys don't, so... But
so, ha! You'll find out really soon, as we are getting into the game right now.
Never mind.
Maybe? Possibly? Alright, there we go. Press A.
So
it's a very difficult button.
So we are seeing Keegan come in with his Samus. So, I did hear something from Chris, though, why he didn't pull out the wolf. Keegan told him not to.
You know what? That's understandable. I'd also like to point out, as we had mentioned before, about how we think this is a bad matchup. Well, the first time we definitely thought it was because, I mean, we saw Keegan basically just not being able to do anything. But each time Keegan has seen this Min, he has done better and better against it.
He has.
So this time, I'm kind of expecting a little much because he has definitely shown that he has improved each time. And he's showing it here with the early lead when earlier he might have been behind right now.
Yeah, it is definitely exciting to watch Keegan do his thing. Still very nerve-wracking. When I was expecting to see win this thing, I was gonna get very stressed out because we're rooting for the team. I really want you guys to continue because, like I said, I love casting for you guys.
I mean, I would prefer to continue as well. It does mean I have to play the video game more, but it does mean we're winning in the video game, so I'm okay with that.
It does mean you are winning in the video game.
And I like winning, personally. It might be a hot take, but personally, I like winning.
So that was a very nice, I believe that was his up B, correct?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Keegan's also showing that he too likes winning with this solid lead against the Min.
Yeah, very solid. Min, I can tell, is definitely getting quite nervous. And I have noticed with my casting of Smash Brothers that when players get nervous, they can either go do worse or do better.
Yep. Nerves can definitely be a double-edged sword. Some people play really well under pressure, and some people crumble, and that tends to come down to the player and the situation. And it looks like this Min might be falling under pressure a bit. Keegan definitely showing that he has adapted to this Min. He is showing this Min straight up that, hey, I have learned from my past encounters, and you're going to have to as well.
Yeah, she was quite a bit more confident when she took that first stock from Keegan. But I can tell that she is still quite a bit nervous, even though Keegan is now at kill percent, as she tried to double predict a roll, but it just wasn't happening.
Yep.
So, not very good read right there.
Double dash attack. This is actually a very bad situation. This very well might be the stock. But it is not. Keegan saving his jump, realizing that I need it to come back. So I'm going to fade out with the bombs. Because we saw him going down the side of the screen with the bombs. That was him stalling until he was past the range that those arms could get to.
So he has taken Min up to 81 thing. He's finally managed to get a significant lead after losing like 2 stocks. And him not being able to really get a hit on this Min. We really hope he can take this out because we know Chris is very stressed out about Min.
Megawatt arm, it threatens to take it almost every time.
It always does. So Min almost at 100.
Nice charge shot. I don't think Min has a jump here. And I believe they're dead. I think they're dead. Yep, they didn't have a jump.
Whew. Mike is popping off. Mike is popping off for Keegan.
We got the team spirit in here. Pop off. Let's go.
I would love to, by the end of our 4 years here, I would love to have our esports team be fairly watched like our other teams like volleyball and soccer. Not as well, but like half as much, or like 1/4 as much. I'd be happy with
Screw that, as much. You know what? We're sick. We're cool. Yeah, as much. Let's go. Come on.
Well, we already have 1 win under our belt with the Overwatch team. I would like to see Smash Bros win, mainly because Chris's pop-offs will be hilarious.
They will be very funny. Yep. They would be hilarious to watch, but if he's popping off, it means he's probably playing, and we are not putting a player cam in there. That is a no-go.
We're not talking about the player cam again. That is a no subjects thing. We need to have a banned subjects list, but we're gonna have player cam as one.
Yeah, no.
He's got the
board.
He's gonna put that on the banned subjects list.
Hey, we gotta have it close hand to mark all the interruptions, so it's a good place to put a reminder.
Yeah.
You know, because the interruption board. Come on.
In the banned subjects, specifically aimed at Chris.
I feel like most of them would be, to be fair. Yeah.
All right. Who do you think they're sending in? I have a feeling it's Ken, but we do have 2 options.
So I think it. So they've already shown the Min, Byleth, and who else did they show? But I don't.
Samus.
They did show the Samus. That's right, because I played against it. I should probably remember that. Anyway, that leaves the Pokemon Trainer Ken player. So I'm trying to work through the logic right now of what I would pick in their shoes. And personally, I think I might go with the PT. However, I'm wrong, but 2, I'd like to continue this thought anyway. If they did pick the PT, Keegan has a lot of matchup experience against PT. He has played against that character a lot, so he definitely knows what to do. So I believe that this is the correct choice for them to have their best chance.
Okay. So you think their best choice was Ken?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the Ken over the PT was definitely their best choice here because Keegan just has so much experience against the PT.
Alright. We do know that Ken is also one of Chris's least favorite choices, too.
I'm sure. We all don't like Ken here.
Yes. But we are seeing Keegan take a steady amount over this Ken. All Ken does need to do to get over to Chris, though, is to take out Keegan 1 time. But Keegan, the best thing Keegan to do, take 1 stock.
Is to take 1 and almost does it with those back airs, but just barely not. And Ken is not known for his lack of kill power, so this it can get very dangerous very quickly.
Yes, especially with him almost being at max rage right now.
That is
being
true.
Able to deal a lot more damage to Keegan while he is playing.
Definitely. Almost at max rage, only 4% off, so this is definitely very scary, but in turn it means that he is very close to kill percent.
I don't know.
He's dead.
I was very confused right there. I feel like he was trying to set up his thing, but he obviously re-grabbed several times.
So what happened there was because you're at high percents, you actually get less intangibility on the ledge. But that meant that the bombs kept clipping him. So because he was getting hit, he still got intangibility back when he grabbed ledge. But since it was so short of invincibility and because there were still bombs there, he just kept getting clipped, and eventually it messed him up to where he accidentally used his jump and air dodged and died.
I see. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now that I know. Oh, I thought he was dead there.
Nope, but Keegan is definitely trying to make it so with these large conversions and large amount of damage very quickly.
You can definitely tell that the Ken is under a lot of pressure. He is throwing out things that typically wouldn't make sense. I think that might be almost. Oh,
Nope.
It was almost.
And this should
That
be.
is-
Never mind.
It is-
Keegan's got that DI. But
well, Keegan
now-
is our best player. One of our best players for. Isn't our best player for nothing, so.
But now we are well within kill percent, especially against Ken. And Ken ledge trapping can be very scary, but so can Samus's, and this should be dead.
That is it.
That is very dead.
So we are going to see Chris come in now. Let's hope he doesn't pull
Chris?
out the wolf.
Chris, I know you hate Ken, which just should give you more encouragement to beat this one up.
Do it for us, Chris.
If you hate Ken that much, just hit him.
Can we get some Falcon puns in the chat?
That's true. We need Falcon puns.
Anyone here, Falcon puns? I want to hear your best Falcon puns. I don't care if we've heard them before. I want to hear your Falcon puns because we know every time we hear a Falcon pun, he gets a little annoyed, and he knows when there's Falcon puns.
It's true. He plays better. He is fueled by rage, and puns can make him angry. So that's why I like to say we don't have a Hulk, we have a Chris. So he is fueled by rage. And not the game mechanic.
He does have a lot of. he has like some psychic knowledge able to connect to the Twitch chat. And when he hears... Thank you! And yes,
That was
Keegan
good.
is insane.
Keegan is definitely insane. In and out of the game, personally, I would like to say, but you know, it happens. But we are not seeing Keegan play right now. Sadly, I wish I was seeing more insanity. But
True.
we are seeing Chris come in to take the 2 stocks off of the Ken with his 3. So I think the stage pick here will definitely be important because Ken's kill power is very strong. So you want the large blast zones, but at the same time, large blast zones are generally paired with large stages, and Captain Falcon wants to be close.
He does want to be close. So we're in a good spot. Like we said before, Ken does need to lose 1 stock, giving Chris an edge over us. Edge over over their Ken. So hopefully now they're just running around. Okay,
Yeah,
now they hit each other.
both trying to find their openings since both Ken and Captain Falcon want to be close to their opponent, which means that when they're putting themselves in their effective range, they're putting themselves in their opponents. So definitely trying to feel each other out, see where they can get their openings and when.
Yeah, Ken was feeling quite a bit of heat there, I believe.
It is Ken versus Captain Falcon. There's a lot of fire going on.
There is a lot of fire going on, but I wasn't talking about that kind of heat.
Hey, you know, you gotta make sure.
Yeah, it's true. You want to talk? Okay. We're getting a slight different person on. We got our awesome caster, Keegan or Laird.
Hi. I just wanted to talk about how well Chris is playing tonight. Man, he came in today and he was like, bro, I don't know if I could do a playoff game tonight. And look at him. Look at him. He's going blow for blow with this Ken, which is not very easy to do, particularly on Wi-Fi and on a stage like this one.
Yep.
And on top of that, he's just keeping him airborne, keeping those juggles going. I'm real proud with how he's playing today.
He is doing incredibly well today. We were talking about this earlier about how he was popping off. I think this might be his pop-up moment of the night.
Oh, you know, his pop-up moment was beating that Min last round. Honestly, that's my opinion. But I love that little grab up there. Recognize that was the blind spot. His opponent couldn't hit him there. Goes to the command grab. Excellent move. Just got buffed recently, too.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, my God, he did the weak one. Chris
Yeah,
living.
Barely living on a prayer right now. Only able to do a little bit of damage, but he still has 2 stocks over it. Now he has 1, but that's still a good lead right now.
Absolutely. We'll take that trade all day, particularly because he's up right now in terms of tempo. Got a little bit of extra chip damage there on that stock. We call that extra credit, which is a lame term. I don't like it, but you know what? That's just what it is, baby.
Just a little bit of something. Almost got that combo right there. I believe he air dodged. He dodged it, though.
Oh, yeah, a couple up airs, looking for that knee. Again, you know, little out of the ballpark there. There's that nice grab. It's going to go right through that nair. Excellent job. Okay. Gentleman jab in the corner. Don't spike him, please. Okay, thank you. He's doing really well right now, keeping his lead significantly.
Yeah,
Playing
Ken,
really well around his defensive options.
Ken is at kill percent right now, but he does have...
Back air should do it. Hell yeah, baby. Oh, I just cursed on screen. All right, well, Tristan's going to kill me for that one, but man, we got it done, baby. We got it done. So we're going to be advancing to semifinals after that one. Hey, Weston, my boy, can you be a dear and go grab Fitz? And I'd also like Chris in here, please, too. Thanks, man. I love you.
Before we actually get onto that, we just wanted you to talk maybe like a tiny bit about how your weekend was.
Oh, my weekend? That's a
Yeah.
story. That's a story for another day. Catch me on the Beacon Breakdown next week. Oh, wait, no, not next week. 2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks.
I'll just say it was good.
Okay.
I'm in a good place right now. You know, it's a really fun time, but upset that we really couldn't, make it to playoffs with the guys. But happy with our performance there. But hey, we got a whole nother string of playoffs coming up. So I'm not certain what our schedule is going to be for this one because we are supposed to play our second match tonight, but this one got rescheduled to be a little bit late. Sorry to you East Coast people, but it's okay. It happens. I will say, however, we got ourselves just a really, really good showing today. I'm just proud of this team, man. I'm happy with how well we played as a team. Yeah, Aubrey, I'm gonna ask you to step off though.
Of
Appreciate
course.
all the work you did tonight. Thank you. I just want to talk to my boy on camera real quick. Fitz, I just want you to be here, okay? No, get it. Yeah, no, he's my emotional support. Come here, bro. Oh wait, Weston didn't come back.
Well, whatever.
Thanks, Aubrey. Okay, well, I'm happy, man. I'm just really proud of you guys. I want the world to know about this, but you know, we came in a little bit under the weather today. We started off in a pretty bad straight.
Yeah.
You know, we lost by 3 in that first set, but man, we bounced back. We bounced back hard, dude. And I want to give mad props to this guy taking a stock off the min without his expert play tonight. I don't think we would have been in a good position, man.
If I was stuck having to fight one stock of that Min and the Ken, that could have gone way worse.
Yeah, I could have gone very differently. But dude, I'm gonna go on the record and say it. This is the best this guy's played in his entire career here. I'm really happy about it. I'm biting my tongue right now because I really want to say the F word because I'm really proud of these guys, but I'm not going to. It's not gonna happen.
We're getting a no from production. Don't do it.
All right. Well, that's gonna close us out. I just wanted you here, Weston. Thank you.
You were here.
These
too.
are
You
the
did a good
boys.
job. Did a
This
good
is
job.
the team. This is the team. You know, we're gonna make a run. I don't care if we lose next round. I don't care if we lose in losers the round after that. You know, we're gonna keep playing. We're gonna keep playing well. You know, getting here is all that mattered. And you know, now we have an opportunity to go further. Let's do it, man. Let's do
Good
it.
day.
I'm happy about it.
Good day of Smash today.
Absolutely. And we got a lot more to play. But, folks, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We have the rest of the week ahead of us there. A lot of other teams are going to be starting in their playoffs. I do believe that we have Rocket League going on Friday. But on Thursday, we have a couple of matches for our Overwatch team as they advance into playoffs as well. So a lot of our teams on very respectable standings in their own rights. You know, keep in mind that those streams are going on too. They're going to be fun to watch. You know, we got a couple other casters in. We got a couple other teams in with some really good synergy that everyone's working on the entire semester. And you know what? We synced up real well tonight. I can only imagine how well those other players are going to play in those team games. Because Smash is not supposed to be played this way, but man, we played well all the same. But that's it for us tonight. You know, Valpo Smash, we're going to be out of here. But we love you guys. We'll catch you after break. But man, I'm just happy, guys. I'm just happy. All
Gets out of here before he keeps gushing.
Yeah, I gush a lot. But we're done. Have a great night. Drink some water. Take care. Ring that bell, folks. Have a good one.